Bach Flower Essences, a journey from nature to emotional harmony. Imagine walking through a quiet meadow, sunlight filtering through wildflowers, each petal and leaf whispering a secret about balance and well-being. This serene image lies at the heart of Bach Flower Essences, a system of natural remedies developed nearly a century ago to soothe the mind and spirit. Created by Dr. Edward Bach, a British physician with a passion for healing beyond the physical, these essences use the subtle energies of flowers to address emotional imbalances, fear, sadness, indecision, and more. Today, they remain a gentle, accessible tool for those seeking harmony in a fast-paced, modern world. Let's explore the history of these remedies, how they work, and why they still resonate with so many people now. The roots. Dr. Edward Bach and his vision. The story begins in the early 20th century with Edward Bach, a man who wore many hats: doctor, bacteriologist, homeopath, before finding his true calling. Born in 1886 in England, Bach was a sensitive soul, deeply attuned to the suffering he saw in his patients. Trained in conventional medicine, he worked in London hospitals and later developed vaccines, but he grew frustrated with treatments that focused only on physical symptoms while ignoring the emotional storms beneath. He believed that true healing required addressing the whole person, body, mind, and spirit, and that nature held the key. By the 1920s, Bach's curiosity led him to homeopathy, a system using tiny doses of natural substances to stimulate healing. This sparked a revelation: perhaps plants could heal not just the body but the emotions, too. In 1930, at age 43, he left his successful London practice, packed a suitcase, and moved to the countryside. There, in the fields and forests of Oxfordshire, he began a quest to find remedies that could ease human suffering at its emotional roots. Over 6 years, he identified 38 wildflowers, each tied to a specific emotional state, and crafted a simple method to capture their essence. His philosophy was clear: treat the person, not the disease. How it works: capturing the energy of flowers. Bach's method is beautifully straightforward, almost poetic. He believed that flowers, bathed in sunlight and rooted in the earth, carry a unique vibrational energy, a kind of life force that can harmonize our feelings. To harness this, he used 2 techniques. For most remedies, he floated freshly picked blooms in a bowl of spring water under sunlight for several hours, letting the sun infuse the water with the flower's essence. For hardier plants like trees, he boiled their twigs or buds to release their energy into water. This infused water was then preserved with brandy, creating a concentrated essence that could be diluted into drops for use. The 38 remedies cover a spectrum of emotions. For example, rock rose tackles panic and terror, mimulus soothes everyday fears, like public speaking, impatience calms irritability, and willow eases resentment. There's even a blend called Rescue Remedy, a mix of 5 essences, for acute stress, like before a big meeting or after a shock. Bach saw these not as cures for physical ailments but as gentle nudges to restore emotional balance, trusting that a calm mind would support a healthy body. The philosophy: emotions as the key to health. Bach's approach rested on a big idea: negative emotions, like anger, doubt, or loneliness, aren't just unpleasant, they are roadblocks to well-being. He argued that when we are out of sync emotionally, our energy gets stuck, leaving us vulnerable to stress and even illness. The flower essences, he said, work like tuning forks, gently realigning our inner vibrations to a state of peace and clarity. It's less about fighting disease and more about cultivating joy, a radical shift from the symptom-chasing medicine of his time. He organized the remedies into 7 emotional groups: fear, uncertainty, lack of interest in the present, loneliness, oversensitivity, despondency, and overcare for others. This framework feels timeless. Don't we all wrestle with these feelings at some point? Bach's genius was in pairing each struggle with a flower's energy, drawn from his keen observation of nature and human nature alike. The history unfolds, from 1930s to today. Bach completed his system by 1936, publishing the 12 healers and other remedies to share his findings. He died that same year at 50, leaving his assistant Nora Weeks to carry the torch. From their cottage in Mount Vernon, Oxfordshire, now the Bach Centre, the remedies spread quietly, first through word of mouth among homeopaths and herbalists, then to a broader audience seeking natural healing. The mid-20th century brought challenges. World War II shifted focus to survival, and post-war medicine leaned hard into pharmaceuticals. Yet the essences endured, finding a niche among those drawn to holistic approaches. By the 1970s and 80s, a global wellness movement reignited interest, and Bach flower remedies rode the wave. Today, you can find them in health food stores, pharmacies, and online, with millions of users, from stressed-out students to frazzled parents, swearing by their calming effects. Modern context: a remedy for our times. In today's modern world, Bach's remedies feel more relevant than ever. We live in an age of overload, screens buzzing, schedules packed, anxiety simmering. The simplicity of a few drops under the tongue offers a counterpoint to the chaos, a moment to pause and realign. They are not a quick fix like a pill, they are subtle, working over days or weeks to shift your emotional lens. Modern fans use them for everything from stage fright to burnout, often alongside mindfulness or therapy. Science hasn't fully embraced them, studies on their effects are small and mixed, with critics calling them placebo at best. But users don't seem to mind. Placebo or not, if a dose of larch boosts your confidence for a job interview, or pine eases self-criticism, does the why matter? Bach himself sidestepped lab proof, trusting intuition and experience over test tubes. That faith resonates in a world craving connection, to nature, to ourselves. The remedies have evolved, too. While the original 38 remain sacred, practitioners now blend them into custom mixes, and Rescue Remedy has spun off into sprays, creams, and even pet formulas. The Bach Centre still trains practitioners, keeping the tradition alive, while online communities swap tips and stories. It's a blend of old wisdom and new accessibility. Using Bach remedies today. Getting started is easy. You pick a remedy, or a few, up to 7 at once, based on how you feel, not what's wrong with you. Add 2 drops to a glass of water and sip, or place them straight on your tongue, a few times a day. Rescue remedies are go-to for emergencies, for drops when your nerves are frayed. There's no risk of overdose. They are safe for kids, pets, even plants. Some gardeners swear by them. Say you're stuck in indecision, scleranthus might help you choose. Feeling overwhelmed? Try elm. The key is tuning into your emotions, which is healing in itself. Pair them with a quiet moment, maybe a walk or a deep breath, and they become a ritual, not just a remedy. Why they endure? Bach flower essences endure because they are gentle, hopeful, and rooted in nature's elegance. They don't promise miracles, they offer a hand to hold through life's messiness. In a world of synthetic fixes, there's something grounding about a remedy born from dew-kissed petals. Dr. Bach's legacy isn't just 38 bottles, it's a reminder that healing can be as simple as a flower, as vast as a feeling, and as timeless as the earth itself. Whether you're a skeptic or a seeker, the invitation stands. Pick a bloom, take a drop, and see where it leads you. Share this.